Good morning, everyone. I am Hitesh. Today, I am going to present on a research conducted on topic role of technology in education for the subject business research methodology. So, the introduction. Technology has revolutionized the education sector, enables the flexible, interactive, and accessible learning. Widely adopted tools are the online classes, apps, ELMS, smart devices. Shift the accelerated by the COVID-19 and arise of in remote learning. Aim to study how the technology influences the education for students and teachers. The objective of the research were to examine how the technology affect the student learning outcome, to assess the accessibility and the frequency of tech use in education, analyze the perception of student and teachers towards the tech integration, identify the challenges in implementing the educational technology. Research methodology designed descriptive survey. 51 participants were there, students, parents, or educators. The sampling method was convenience sampling, and the tools used was structured questionnaire, closed and open-ended question, and data collected through a Google form. And analysis is done with a descriptive statistic, that is percentage graph and thematic analysis. So the findings which were obtained from the research which were conducted from the 51 participants, out of which the gender was taken as a considered demographic question. So the 43% were the male and 57% were the female. The age bracket was mentioned in this graph, as you can see in this chart, that the 56% of the students were belonging to the age of 25 to 34, and 39 were 18 to 24. The location was the mainly an urban area focus, that is 70%. Educational level was different as per the high school, undergraduate, postgraduate student, teacher, and others. Type of institution mainly was in private, that is 82%, and thus they haven't access to digital devices like smartphone or laptop. So every participant have answered it that they haven't devices like smartphone or laptop tablet. So I had asked a question like, has technology improved your teaching and learning experience? 51% of the people have said yes. 41% of the have told strongly agree, and 8% were like neutral. Next question was, how often do you use your technology for educational purpose? So a few times a week were given by 72% of the participant, and 25% were given as rarely. The next question was, what are the main objective benefit you have observed from the using technology in education? So that options were available as easy to access information, improved engagement, flexible learning, interactive content, communication with teachers. Second question was the what challenges do you face in using and technology for education? That is poor internet connectivity. It was the major issue that was reported. That is 49%. Lack of devices, lack of technical issues, high cost of devices, and no challenge. But the 49% were the people having an poor internet connectivity. So another question was, which of the tools or platform do you use to prefer for teaching or learning? The options available were the Google Classroom, Zoom, Meet, Teams, YouTube, educational apps like Khan, Learning Management, and others. This question was asked that, do you think technology can replace the traditional classroom teaching? 37% were yes and 37% were no. So the response is 50-50, and 25% were like that they are not sure. So the limitations were of this research were the limited sample size, not fully generalizable, possible bias due to inconvenience sampling, self-reported data may be subjective, lack in depth qualitative insights were there, technological differences between institutions were there. So the suggestions which were come as the improved infrastructure ensures the stable internet and access to a device, teacher training, regular training for the effective tech integration, so that the teacher have an user adaptation to the technology, Student support offers some digital literacy programs. Inclusive access supports an underprivileged student. Blend traditional and digital balanced learning approach. Feedback mechanism evaluate the tech effectiveness regularly. So the questionnaire were the demographic, age, gender, education level, location, institution type. Question type B were the tech in the education, access to device, internet, frequency and type of tech use, perceived benefit and challenges, attitude toward the tech-based versus traditional education. So the conclusion of the research of my research was that technology positively influences education, but with the limitations. It enhances the access, engagement, and personalized learning. Challenges to the digital skills, digital access, skill gaps, and infrastructure issues are there. Continued support and training are essential for an effective integration of a technology. The role of technology is significant, but it must be inclusively implemented so to have an advantage of it. So that was all about my research for the role of technology in education system, which I have conducted. Thank you so much for a peaceful listening. Hope you have understood about my research topic. Thank you. Have a good day.